Afternoon, guys, and we're thrilled to have you with us for this special feature where we explore the lives and individuals who have made Mongolia like their home. And can we start with the introductions and each of you introducing yourself and where you're from and what are you live, why you living here?
Okay, my name is Gabriel. I'm from Argentina. I came to Mongolia 2 years and a half ago, and now I'm a student in Mongolia International University, MIU. And yeah, I'm studying computer science. And I came here because I was looking for an opportunity to study outside from my country, and in Asia specifically. And Mongolia was the open door. So I came here and I'm here.
Okay, nice story. What about you?
So my name is Samuel and I'm from Spain. I came here to study in LEI. First of all, English, and I improve a lot here. And a part of that, right now my goal is working here in Mongolia because I fell in love in Mongolia. So that's one of my dreams.
Okay, nice to hear that. So one of from the Argentina means like South America, and one is Spain mean like from the Europe. So today's podcast will be very interesting based on the two different continents. Okay, and I'm thinking about let's start from the weather, like how you adapt the weather in UB, especially considering the cold winter or the sunny hot summer days, and does it differ greatly from the climate you were used to in your country?
You wanna start?
Okay.
So actually, in my country, the weather is completely different from Mongolia. Summer we can reach 45 degrees Celsius. When I came here to Mongolia, the weather was perfect. I came here in August, so I was wondering, oh, it's quite cold in August compared to my country. But I came with the idea that winter is going to be hard. They told me, oh, Mongolia is very hard in winter. It can reach for minus 40. I came ready for that, but in my mind was ready. Uh, I bring the clothes supposed to for the winter, but when the winter came, I thought I can handle it, but it's not true. It's a little bit complicated to handle it. Also, everything is white. You need to minimum two pants for the winter. Good jacket. I thought I bring a good jacket, but it wasn't a good
And
jacket.
what about the Spain winter?
Spain winter. Okay, depends of the city of Spain, but in my city, the minus weather you can find is -5. That's the maximum. The minimum in winter. That's around that area.
And what about the Argentina?
Well, I born in the north of Argentina. That's mean that it's hot, pretty hot. Like in summer, at least 40 or more degrees. But my whole life I lived in Patagonia, in the south from Argentina, and it's cold. Not very cold as Mongolian, but I'm used to maybe to minus 20 degrees or something like this, minus 25. Uh, and the thing that I see different from Mongolia is about the weather, is that I'm never adaptive for that. I think that Mongolia has totally different weather from summer to winter, and I don't think that one person is adaptive. Maybe it's the habit of changing, but I think that the body is like difficult all the time in trying to get to a new weather, and I think that it's pretty hard. Um, Firstly, in Argentina there's a lot of humidity, or when I'm come from, and here it's very dry. During the night I have to have a humidifier, even in the winter, summer. Winter, yeah, the hardest time of Mongolia is during winter because it's really long. It's like maybe more than 6 months or seven. I think that when you are in the seventh month, you are saying, "Oh, please come on, I want summer, I want summer."
And even in the 7th or 8th month, you never trust the weather. Here in Mongolia, it's difficult to trust the weather because sometimes you say, "Oh, maybe today is going to be warm," and you go out with a t-shirt or something, and then it's cold.
Yeah, specifically now that we are in spring, one day is sunny, 18 degrees, and the next day is snowing. So, okay, put a jacket again. I was saving all my winter clothes in the box. Okay, open again, and so it's pretty crazy. But honestly, I like it. It's hard winter, but I don't think that it's impossible. Specifically, like when we are living in UB, we have calefacción and all the things that we need to be comfortable. It's not that we're going to die,
And also,
but
you can enjoy winter if you prepare the perfect clothes for that. You can enjoy outside.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
it's
that's
not a problem to walk or to go some places. You can enjoy winter also.
yeah. Maybe just 1 or 2 weeks that are the most hardest. That is minus 40 degrees, and you are maybe 5 minutes and you want to get back inside, but it's just that time.
Just chill out in house and watch movie and
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
home.
We are looking for things to do inside at home, so it's pretty nice.
So for Mongolian side, and there's a fourth season, and each season we like changing our meat or the diet for the food. And what about how you guys like managing your food, and also, as you know, Mongolian cuisine is more heavy meats every single day, and how you're managing that, and also we don't have any single fruits like grow up in both of your country, and what about the food?
Um, my first time in Mongolia, or the first months, the food was pretty hard for me because I don't have like a strong stomach, so I eat something maybe different from the or what I used to eat, and it's like okay, I will run to the toilet, but uh, for me is was pretty hard. But now I think that I'm adapting more, and I'm getting to like the food. Uh, I started to like bots, tsuban. Tsuban is my favorite food, Mongolian food, and well, I'm knowing others more foods in Mongolian. I didn't try most of them, but I want to. Uh, yeah, I think that.
Yeah. In my case, also more or less like you.
Mm,
I have a really weak stomach, and everything I eat that is not um connected with me, like in my stomach,
in your
is
diet.
yes. So, but I really start to try different things. Um, they, I mean, I tried boats, I tried oven, I tried um, meat jelly, I tried a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to to get used to, but it's a little bit difficult. The good thing also is even if it's difficult to find the the stuff for cooking, I cook by myself, so I try to make my own food. So it's even if it's
Mhm.
difficult, but I try to do my own food.
Yeah, sometimes it's we miss home food, so we try to find the ingredients
Mhm.
and try to cook. Not always happen. Also, it's pretty hard
And
and it's
very
very
expensive if
expensive.
you like it. If you find something specific or you want to find something specific, it's very hard and expensive.
Yeah, yeah. And you asked about the fruits because there's not so many fruits here in Mongolia. Um,
But I see some places there's a lot of fruits.
but expensive.
Expensive, apart
Yeah,
of expensive, they came from China or Korea
yeah, or Europe.
or Europe.
Uh-huh.
For example, the last time I went to Emart, I see some fruit they came from Italy.
Mm.
So it's quite good, but I don't know if it's good to trust that.
Well, now in this season during summer, yes, we'll find more fruits, but in winter it's like maybe apple, banana, maybe mandarin, and just stop from that. So I think that's because we don't have like the minerals that the fruits can give us. I think drink minerals pills
Mhm.
or in some other way try to get minerals from
Minerals and
and
vitamins.
vitamins. Sorry, the
Yes,
word. Yeah, yeah.
vitamins.
And how your lifestyle changed? Like, what do you usually do for daily, typical day in UB?
Well, I'm a student. I'm not just studying in the university. Also, I'm studying LEI in the Language Institute. I'm studying Mongolian. I didn't start. I just started this semester, so my life is usually around the university studying, and also I have like a work that not demand me so many hours during my week, but yes, I have to finish some project. But so my daily life in UB is more now during semester. It just go from home to university, university home, home. It's just that maybe go to Nomen or some other markets that I have to buy some grocery. But it's from this time of the year. Yes, it's just coming to university.
So about me, it's more or less the same. The thing is, right now I don't have my online classes at night, but maybe after the summer I will start my online classes. So I'm studying also online in EU, International University in Germany, of applied science, and that changed a lot when I started to study that online. That's the problem. So it's mixing the morning life in university and also the night life in university online. So, but I'm getting used to. So that's really nice. Mixing this kind of life. Of course, the bad thing is you don't sleep well.
Mm.
But apart of that, if you handle it, you can do it well.
Yeah, I think that is just because of us. It's like the responsibilities that we have. But I think that UV give us so many opportunities and places to enjoy, not just you. I mean, alone and also with your friends. Specifically in summer,
Mhm.
especially in summer, that it's so nice to get out and go to the
Yeah.
park or so many places, and also opportunities to get out of UV is
Yes.
very high. Like go to countryside, it's not very expensive. I think.
If you find the right person,
I
it's
mean,
not
by
expensive.
bus it's like very cheap. Go to Darhan for 20K or Zetterlich, an Arhan guy for 40K. Is, I think that is not really
Hmm.
expensive.
And also in UB, there is a lot of stuff to do. Um, Restaurants, you can go shopping, you can go playing bowling, playing billiards, paintball. So there is a lot of options to do.
Yeah, compared to your own country, is there any places can spend your leisure time?
Sincerely, I will say that I miss something that I don't have here. It's like we call terrazas in Spain, and you can have your beer with your tapas and enjoy the views. Outdoors, so this is more outdoors than indoors.
From here, I like more the countryside. So have very close terrace. From UV is really nice and go to like a weekend. Go to that place with your friends. I think that's it's a really nice places that remember me home because of the nature of the places that I can be enjoying with my friends.
Oh, yeah, nice to hear that. So the next one is I wanted to ask about how you adapting the Mongolian culture because Mongolia have a specific like cultures like Naram, Sagatar, and how you thinking, how you adapting those stuffs, and have you ever faced any kind of culture shock when you land in the UB the first time?
Well, it's really interesting and nice the Mongolian culture, and even when you're spending more years with them and spending more time, and if you are interested to know it, and also if you have like you are open to know and receive it, it's not like be thinking that oh, I come from Argentina, so my country is the best, and just that. Every country have different things, and not everyone is perfect. Like our cultures is not perfect. Understanding from that point, I think that we can enjoy any kind of culture. I think Mongolia is really nice culture. I really like the hospitality that you have, and how you are very interesting and open to share with foreigners. I feel like I feel very lovely in that way and very special. So um, moments like Nadam or Sagansar, I think that is really nice, specifically or especially Sagansar, because it's very familiar or uh, you reunited the whole family. Maybe I think that's I remember more my culture, like Latin culture, than and Argentinian that always try to be the whole family together, especially during the time of party or celebrations. So I really like Sagansar. That's reunite the family and spend time.
And what about the culture shock?
The culture shock, the first culture shock that I had when I came to UB, I think that was the first day, that is so many people drunk, like so many. I remember my first day and just going the traffic coming from the airport to home, and maybe I saw like more than 10 or 11 uh,
Drunker
yeah,
people.
drunker, and it's very problematic. Uh, I don't think that UV is dangerous. Like I used to go walk around people, I didn't have a problem except for the drunkards. Like I mean, understanding that very, they are not conscious in that moment, so you don't know what they can do. And there was a moment that they tried to force me to do something or just trying to punch me. So excepting for that, I think that is very high culture shock because I'm not used to. So accepting that, I really like Mongolian culture. Yes.
So about me, I really start to enjoy Mongolia culture. Um, when I came here, I didn't came with the mind. Okay, I'm going to be with the culture, but I start to see some stuff that I start to like. For example, Mongolia culture is one of the intact culture in the world. What I mean with that, so all the culture have something from other cultures, but Mongolia is more genuine. I would say this, like more unique in that sense because it's not mixed with other culture.
Not at all. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so that's really interest myself in that. With like, oh wow, it's very very intact culture, and I said, oh, that's pretty good for Mongolians. They still the only thing about that I don't like it is there there is something that they say over there that is Mongolia is for Mongolians, but it's something that they need to change. I mean, it's a little bit controversial, but they need to change if they want to grow up like a country, to open more the doors and to other cultures. You can stay with your culture, of course, but you need to open doors. You need to open more the doors for other peoples that they want to come to Mongolia.
Well, I think that I understand that two perspective, because we are coming from Latin family background,
Yes.
and whole the continent of America is just mixing culture from Europe, Asia, and even the native people from there. So I understand our viewpoint, like okay, our culture is not just one, is like mixed. Argentina is like okay, we have some Italian culture, then some German culture from other
Greek, you
Greek
have,
culture,
yes.
and yeah, it's all mixed. Um, Maybe yes, it's like in common we come to Argentinian culture, but also Mongolian that yeah, in some ways like a pure culture, because even for a long time they still having some habit and some they still doing some stuff that maybe if it's in America we already lost it. But I understand that perspective of Mongolian to try to keep it, and yeah, it's like
I'm agree with that.
yeah, yeah.
They should keep their own culture intact, but like also it's good to have different backgrounds, different mixes.
And what about your culture shock?
Um, when I came here, also the drunken people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a I mean it's completely different in Europe. People when they get drunk is for having fun, and they are happy drunker. I mean they drink and they are happy. Here is different. Here is more like they want to avoid the problems, so they drink for that. Um, of course, there is people they drink for having fun, but that's the culture shock I had. Also, food. No, sorry. Uh, Also, that shocked me about the food is different and
Mm-hmm. And is there any costumes or tradition like reminds your home in Mongolia?
Yeah, I will say Tsagansa, because all the families uh, come together to share time. Well, some of them is like it's not in honest way. It's like just try to hidden like I don't want to be here, but also remember me home because during the maybe New Year's coming or during Christmas.
actually
Yeah,
every party or
hmm
every time special day in also in Spain we get together all the family, so that's remind us a little bit about our home because all the time we try to be together like a family.
yeah, be like with your grandpas. You see again your cousins, your uncles, auntie, and it's like the family united for share together. So I really like Sagans because of that, and I remember my home culture of be together.
Same?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so before you come to Mongolia, there's some expectation to, okay, I will meet this kind of people and this kind of environment. And how is that like different from the reality?
Well, there's not so much information of Mongolia. Uh,
Maybe yes in
yeah,
Asia, but
yeah.
not in other part of the
Yeah,
world.
like I come from Argentina, and I remember the day that I was leaving the airport, and the girl told me, "Where are you going, Mongolia? Uh, where's Mongolia?
Yeah, where
Why?"
is why?
Uh, so we don't know about Mongolia. It's not a country, maybe by name, but and geographically, but it's not something.
Historical
Yeah,
also.
but not it's not something like we are interested in it. So we don't find some any information about it. So my expectation about Mongolia, well, I was coming to live in UB, so my expectation about UB, I didn't think that it was very uh, growing in that way, in technologically. I thought that was more, maybe I thought it was more like Sovietic. I mean, we still seeing some Sovietic
Building
building,
styles and
yeah,
everything, yes.
but I thought that was the building or all the ambience. It was more from that time. I didn't think that it's more globalized in this way. So that's was a surprise for me, and how still Mongolia, especially UV, is open more the doors to you foreigners, and more foreigners are coming, and so I like that in some way. And yeah, that's a very shock. Other thing that I didn't expect is so different UV from the countryside. It's like totally two different country. Like UV is more open to more international, more building. I mean, like the whole universities in Mongolia is in UV, so you can see that UV is open for more opportunities. Like, and but if you go to countryside, it's like there's no develop compared to UV, and that's thing is that I didn't expect completely didn't expect it.
So about me, before I came, I didn't have any kind of expectation. The only thing I know about Mongolia before I came is Genghis Khan, and he conquered almost all the world. He arrived until Italy, um, and Napoleon. I don't know, something like that. I didn't have like in my mind. No, not Napoleon. No, Marco Polo. Yes, I'm so sorry, Marco Polo. Um, but I think, I mean, before I came, I didn't think it was also so developed. And I see very, in these 2 years I have been here, I see that it's growing so fast. The last year it was 8.2%, more the growth in the country. And it's going to be more in a few years. I think in 5 to 10 years, it's going to be a big country with a lot of opportunities. Economical is going to grow also. Um, I don't know much about the political, but yes, they need to change a lot of things. Um,
Well, we are not coming from the best country.
yes,
So
yes.
Spain, Argentina is still
Yeah,
having
yeah.
problems.
We
so
still have problems,
yeah, yeah.
but we have kind of
So it's
idea.
not out of the normal for
And
us.
also
for
we
us.
have backgrounds because, for example, you have a background that is going right now in Argentina is growing
Yeah.
because they changed the political style. And Spain is going worse because they copy Argentina. So we have something in common and
Yeah.
that side, but yeah.
And also another hard part, living in a foreign country is language. And how has like language affected your life? And did you learn Mongolian, or are you struggling to learn it?
When I came here, I studied in the Institute of Language from MIU, LEI. First, I started to learn English, so I didn't speak so much English as now. So yeah, it's kind of weird that I'm coming to Mongolia to learn English, but it was because of the university international. I wanted to study here, so I need to learn English. And so the first years in Mongolia, I didn't was very interested in Mongolian language because I was focused in study English because I needed to my education. But now that I feel, I mean, it's not the best that how I speak English, but I'm more interested in Mongolian language. I'm studying um, Mongolian in the institute, so it's pretty hard language for me. The sounds, the grammatic, the you have some.
Alphabet is completely different.
Well, alphabet, yeah, I think that I get to if you practice, but I think that is I really need time to learn this language. It's pretty hard for me, but I think that because I'm interested and I wanted to learn is like I'm not doing a big steps. I know that it's very little, but I know that I'm learning, and also Mongolians are very helpful. They want you to learn the language, so I'm pretty. It's very helpful for me that I have friends, Mongolian friends, that they are very interested to speak with me in Mongolian and try to teach me. Yeah.
When I came here, also I came for language, English. If you think, oh, why, like you say, why Mongolia for English? I was like, yes, true. But I improved a lot. I couldn't speak a lot English in that moment, but now I can be proud of myself, even if it's not 100% good. So when I came here, I thought no one's going to speak English. But I realized that here in Mongolia, Mongolians, they know pretty good English if you talk with them. They know English. And that's a good thing because in the store or if you go in some places, they can speak English. And about the Mongolian language, it's quite difficult. I'm not going to lie, it's very difficult. I tried to learn twice and I failed. So, yes. And also, my schedule is not so good, so that's a other thing. But I think is a part of the alphabet and the sound. You can learn Mongolian maybe in 2 years.
I don't know. I'm not in that category.
I think if you really do your 100% of uh, studying and everything in 2 years, you can learn intermediate Mongolian.
Yeah. Well, maybe not in UB because how you say is the new generations in Mongolia they speak English more, and even if you can find childrens or very young people in Mongolia that they prefer English more than Mongolian, and I think that is like maybe from a nationalistic viewpoint perspective, it's kind of sad that the new generation doesn't want to speak your own language, and I think that is something that as Mongolian you should take care of about it because it's a really nice language and very unique. Like I'm coming from Argentina, so we speak Spanish, and maybe it's the second language
The second
in the world that is more native speaking. So learn a the Mongolian language that is very unique. You make it feel very special because not everyone in the world can
yes.
speak that language.
Sure.
Even they don't know about it of this existent language, but it's really nice. It's interesting.
And what would you give to the other foreigners who are trying to learn the Mongolian language? What would you say to them?
Start with the alphabet.
Uh, well, first I would say, I mean, with every kind of language that you want to learn, don't give up.
Don't give it.
Because I think,
Don't look at me.
yeah, like, learn English was not very hard as learn or I'm trying to learn Mongolian. Uh, it's very difficult, and I think there's so many moments that you will try. Okay, this is so hard. Maybe I will never learn it, but if you overcome these moments, I think you will learn it. I I met foreigners that speak Mongolian.
And very good.
Very good,
There is
yeah.
some that I'm impressed. Even here in MIU, there is Russian girl. She's speaking really good English in Mongolian, and also Spanish people that I know that they're very good in Mongolian.
Yeah, it's not an impossible language to learn. So from that viewpoint, it's like okay, we can do it. It's a big challenge for foreigners. Yes, it is. You have to dedicate it time, many years.
A lot of time.
Yeah, years. But you will see so many possibilities through learning this language.
And
Yeah.
also there is I don't know, there is something that I was thinking in those days that, okay, in Mongolia, you need, for working in Mongolia, not in an international one, but in a Mongolian companies, you need Mongolian. I mean, in every country it's the same, but foreigner studying for Mongolia, I mean, studying Mongolian for working here is completely difficult, and that's why I mean, it's one of the things I was thinking those days. I was looking for jobs and they require Mongolian
Well,
for. I mean,
yeah,
it's understandable.
yeah. I mean, we are human beings,
Yes,
so
yes,
communication
yes. It's,
is some of the essential things in our nature. So if we want to speak with others in Mongolia, you need to
oh, yeah.
speak the language, of
Uh,
course. So from that viewpoint, is okay, is really understandable. So yeah.
So let's move to the future plans. Do you seeing yourself staying in Mongolia in more long term, or do you planning to after your graduation or few more years later moving to other country or going back to your country?
Well, yeah. After I finish the university, my career, I have plans, or I will look for plans to stay here in Mongolia. I think that is a country with so many possibilities that is offered to you, and I think that Mongolian has a great potential in Mongolia, but also Mongolia can be influenced to other country in Asia, and so I think that is a really For me, I really like Mongolian, so I will look for stay for a long term. I'm not looking for go back to my home for my home country, Argentina. So I don't know if we had so many open doors. I mean, I come from Argentina, and it's a country that we are like kind of open door for any kind of foreigners, and it's very easy to go and just live in Argentina, to have a Argentinian passport and be national size in that country. But Mongolia is pretty more close in that way. So I know that is there's other requisites, but I know that it's not impossible to stay here through work, education, investment. So many different ways that you can live in Mongolia. And so I would like to stay for a long term. I don't know yet the possibilities if I will have it in 2 years, but I will try.
In my case, it's different. It's different because I don't know what I want to do. I have the incognito in my mind, but I'm agree with you. Mongolia have a big potential to grow up very fast, and you have a lot of opportunity. The only thing you need to know where to find this kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
Um, if I can stay longer, I will stay. Um, I want to stay more if I can. To But also, in the other hand, is quite difficult because also I want to go on to other countries, um, also in Asia or in Europe. So I'm not sure 100% what I want to do, if I want to stay or if I want to go in another country abroad. Um, but I'm agree. Yes, Mongolia have a big opportunities, and they start to have more opportunities because they have agreement with Europe, a lot of agreement with Europe, and they want to open the doors to people to come. So to invest in Mongolia, but you need money.
So our podcast is getting closer to finish. And then, do you wanted to say something for our audience, or is there anything you wanted to mention but I didn't ask? You can share like free.
Well, for closing, I will say on conclusion, Mongolia is a really beautiful country that maybe is unknown to the world, but if you come to here and you experience how is live here and the culture and the people, I think that you can pretty easy fall in love with this country. I am, and so can overcome your expectation and your perspective. And so I really like Mongolian, and I invite foreigners to come and just visit, or if they like it, just stay and living here. Yeah.
Um, I think for conclusion, um, mm, Mongolia is a beautiful country, and you can learn a lot. You can open your mind here. You can find stuff that you never going to forget about it, and you can learn stuff also about yourself, about your life, about everything. Um, so yes, I encourage people to come here and know Mongolia more deeply. Um, to foreigners to come here. Yeah, that's what I think. It's a beautiful country, and people should know about Mongolia. But don't come in winter.
Okay, thank you for your time and thank you for getting my invitation and participate for today's podcast. Okay.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, was really nice. Thank you so much for the invitation.